Hey, nice to meet you. Your name is?
Patricia Parra-Perez.
And Patricia, I know you were the head speaker today. You were actually the main speaker today, and you were telling us about your story and things of that nature. How did you find out about? I know you had a personal experience, but how did you find out about this particular organization?
This organization had a party, I believe, last year, and I talked to Miriam about it, and I met with her and told her a little bit about my story, and we went from there.
Sure. And now, do you feel that I had the pleasure of seeing you last year briefly. How many years have you been involved with the organization?
With Are You Safe, I just started.
Okay.
I just started, but I'm involved in other organizations, like the Family Justice Center, and I've also have spoken to the Bay Area Legal Services. I started speaking with them actually in 2010. I was a keynote speaker for their Cup of Hope event, and currently I'm with the Voices Committee from the Family Justice Center, and we just had our fundraiser last week.
Sure, you're a huge advocate. I mean, it definitely it's close to home, as we saw. Do you feel that by you giving your voice, that you've made some changes in with talking to people and things of that nature? I mean, have you noticed any changes offhand?
One always hopes.
Sure.
I personally always pray before I speak, and I always hope that God, allows me the ability to touch people and perhaps save a soul.
Sure.
And give somebody the courage to leave. And when victims leave, is actually the most dangerous time for a victim to leave. It's one of those things whether they're going to make it alive or not. And yes, I have known that I have helped people make a change. Sure. And they have contacted me and said, it was because of what you said, and it's because of what you happened, and it's because I have kids, and it's because of that. So
sure.
I always do it with the intentions of helping somebody to make a change.
Okay. I imagine this journey is going to be ongoing. Would that be a correct assessment?
Absolutely. That's absolutely is a passion of mine because I have lost my children.
Sure.
And right now I'm in the middle of writing a book.
Okay.
And I also would like to improve the domestic violence laws in the state of Florida.
Okay, if you can give one tip to people out in the audience and people out there, what would you, let's say a few tips, what would you say to somebody that they won't become a victim or they can help avoid the situation? What would you tell somebody if somebody just came out the street and say, I need help, what should I do?
Well, one thing that it's called the exit plan.
Okay.
And I remember reading that after everything happened to me because I had my own exit plan. And
okay.
One of the things is to have a keyword that the victim can use at any given moment during a conversation with somebody they trust.
Okay.
Mine was chocolate pudding.
Oh, okay.
Because I could say it at any time.
Sure.
I had children and I could say that at any given moment. Somebody may say, well, I'll use the word cookies. So I'm going to place a phone call and somebody says, are you all right? I said, yeah, I was just thinking about making cookies.
Oh.
That keyword cookies just gave her the notification that things are not okay. That is a very important thing that can save somebody's life. The other thing that I could give somebody else is, like, if you see red flags, they are so crucially important because abusers don't just say, they don't just go to a restaurant and say, well, I'm going to treat her like dirt and I'm going to speak to her like dirt and everything else. They are not like that. They're charming. They're
Sure.
very charming. They're very good at using their people skills, and they will use it, and they intend and pick their victims and charming them away, and that is something you have to be very careful with. See the red flags. If they're possessive, if they start saying, well, did you have to wear that? Why are you wearing makeup? Why did you cut your hair? Why is that? It should not ever be that way.
Sure.
The third one I would say is be allowed to make your own decisions. If you go out on a date, say, well, I would like to do this and this and that. It's not always like, I'm going to take you here and this is what we're going to do and this is everything else, because that's somebody who wants to have control over the situation. It's always his way or no way. And I'm sorry, I'm using he, but
no, I understand.
figuratively
I mean,
speaking,
personally, you had a personal experience. I understand.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So.
You talked about the word, the secret word, the keyword. Who do you tell that, to have some clarification? Who do you tell that keyword to? Like, who knows about that keyword? Are there friends? Is it things with the police? Like, you know the keyword, but who knows that you're in trouble? Like, do you tell like surrounding friends?
Every victim has somebody they trust.
Okay.
You have to have a confident person that you, a confidant person that you trust. So it's somebody that you trust. It could be a family member, a best friend. It could be your mother. It could be anybody. And you talk about it and say, look, sometimes things are tough, and if I ever use this word, if I ever call you and start using this word, please call the police. Please come and help me.
Sure.
Please do, because one of the horrific things that I have to tell you is, as a victim, you sometimes want to call, but you can't call because they're right there. And nothing more horrific is that when you get a chance to call, and when they question you right in front of your victim, what happened? If there's no physical evidence at the moment, do you want to press charges? Of course you don't. He's standing right there.
Yeah, of course you're scared.
So, I mean, I called you because A, I'm afraid. 2, you're questioning me right in front of him, so what do you think I'm going to say?
Sure, of course.
So that keyword is very crucial. It's a very crucial thing.
Okay, well, thank you for the takeaway. Do you want to have any closing comments? Anything? I know we have your whole speech, of course, but do you have anything that you want to say, like, to close? Anything?
I do. I want to say thank you to all of the people that came tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Nobody really wants to talk about domestic violence, but it's a reality. It's raw. It happens. It happens every day. It happens to so many people. 4 women. 1 out of 4 women will go through it. 1 out of 3 men go through it, and I'm not even giving you the statistics about teenagers. And that is a sad story that nobody should have to live through. So thank you everybody for coming and supporting, and please continue to support all of the nonprofit organizations. It is absolutely a necessary thing.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Thanks, nice meeting you.